Hello, good morning. Robert Browning. We are now dealing about Robert Browning. He has taken birth in 1812 in London and died in 1889, Venice. He died in Venice. Definitely, Robert Browning was a major English poet, and from which is he was from Victorian age. He was a writer, he was a poet from Victorian age, and why he was mentioned? He was mentioned for his dramatic monologue and psychological psychological portraiture and dramatic monologue. For this he was renounced for. I had already told you now for which one poet for which he is renounced for. That is a thing to be understand, and he is renounced for his dramatic monologue and psychological portraiture. His most noted work was The Ring and the Book. The Ring and the Book. It comes in 1868-69. It is a story of a Roman murder trial. What exactly The Ring and the Book is? What is the story in it? It is a story of a Roman murder trial. It is a story of a Roman murder trial in 12 volumes, 12 books. It comes in 12 books. Browning received only a slight formal education. He was not a well-educated person. He was very slightly educated. He was during this period. I mean, which period? 1832 to 46. He wrote his early long poems and most of his plays. Most of his plays and long poems were written by Browning in the era of 1832 and 46. In between. Browning first published book, Pauline, a fragment of a confession, and that comes in 1833. Although it received some favorable comment, it was attacked by John Stuart Mill. It was it remained a controversial. It was favored by many writers, many favorable comments. It had also come with, but it had also gone with a critical attack by John Stuart Mill, who condemned the poet's exposure and exploitation of his own emotion. He had told that poet has exploited and expose his personal emotion to the height, and it was not up to the level that for that he was condemned for. It was perhaps Mill's critic that determined Browning never to confess his own emotion again in his poetry. I mean, he has gone through so many criticism related to this, that he had thought that yes, he would not confess his own emotion even after this experience. He would not again confess his emotion in his poetry. But he has rather taken its vow type. But to write objectively was his continued way of writing, and it remained the same. In 1835, he published Paracelsus, and in 1840 Sordello, Sordello, both poems dealing with men of great ability striving to reconcile the demands of their own personalities with those of the world. Means these are the poems that deals with the personalities, the two men who are how they are struggling to make their status, to make their identity, settle themselves as a personality in the world. Browning devoted his main energies for some years to verse drama. What is verse drama exactly? Verse drama is like in a prose way. If you are writing something, that is called verse drama. Browning produced comparatively little poetry during his married life, and yes, Browning produced little when he was married. So in those time, his little publication, little poetry came in light. Apart from a collected edition in 1849, he published only Christian Eve and Eastern Day. I mean, two poems, that is Christmas Eve and Easter Day. Both comes in 1850. 1850, his marriage. Only two important piece of work comes in light. And because in those days he was not in daily practice of his writing. In 68-69, in the era of 68-69, he published greatest work, The Ring and the Book, as I had told you. It was based on the proceedings of murder trial. Browning was established as one of the most important literary figure of the day. He was established himself like this. For the rest of his life, he was much in demand in London society. I mean, throughout his life, he was much in demand. And his writing was so common, so popular, so widely known that in London society his writing was much in demand. So it is a very adorable thing in behalf of a writer who remained in high demand in the specific society. The most important works of his last years, when he wrote with great fluency, were the long and narrative and dramatic poems, often dealing with contemporary themes. Means long narrative and dramatic poems, means poems like verse, as I had told you. Suppose that you can go through, suppose that I am giving you verse example like Lycidas, Milton, like Dryden, Macflecknoe. These are verse type poems. Means it seems like a novel piece. It's a big one. This is a verse poem, and this is long narrative and a dramatic poems he used to practice for in great fluency. These are the way of the poem with whom he practiced a lot. And good example are Fine at the Fair. Fine at the Fair, 1872. Red Cotton Nightcap Country, 1873. Red Cotton Nightcap Country, 1873, etc. These are the important. There are so many etc. undoubtedly. He wrote number of poems on classical subjects also. He has written number of poems. While staying in Venice in 1889, Browning, due to cold and cough, he became seriously ill and died. He was buried in Westminster Abbey. He was buried. But yes, Browning, throughout his career, he was noticed for his narrative poems, long poems, and only once he has been criticized when he exploited and handled his emotion up to beyond limit, as it was expected, as it is told that he has exploited his emotions. And from that very time he thought that no, he would not do these things again. But yes, after beyond this, he was thoroughly renounced and well accepted poet, desirable poet, and his narrative poems were widely admired. So these things made Browning a very specific poet. I mean, this you can say the speciality of Browning's writing. That Browning goes with his writing in a very smooth way. And yes, definitely emotional touch is there, but his writing was very social level. Because then London society admired his writing. He was why he was popular in London society, specifically in the among the educated people, among the literary taste people. He was widely known for. So this is all about Browning. Okay, then have a nice day.